Hitting the bottom half of the baseball. This is something that professional ball clubs are talking more about. Something that the most elite hitting instructors on the planet are now starting to see. Every photo and video of elite hitters hitting line drives and home runs, we can now clearly see that their barrels are slightly below the ball. Just look at all these pictures. The barrel is clearly on the bottom half of the ball. Are they swinging down to this ball, up to it, level to it? That's for you to decide. But what we're showing you here is fact. And what can't be argued is the barrel is swinging on a slight upward plane through the baseball from this position. You cannot hit these baseballs if the bat was still traveling down. Elite hitters just like King Griffey Jr. here, all hitting the bottom half of the baseball. Even in softball, the most elite hitters are hitting the bottom half of the ball. So it doesn't matter which sport you're playing. On path, bottom half for line drive and backspin. I want you to answer this question. What pitch is this? Because depending on what your answer is, might alter your vision of what you think a swing path should be. I'll let you think about it for just a little longer. This is a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. Take a look at how long it drops. Almost 4 feet on its way to home plate. So once you realize that even fastballs are dropping almost 4 feet, any off-speed pitch slower than fastballs will end up dropping further. Does this change the way you think of a swing path? Now you can see in these other images the ball's coming down through the hitting zone to the hitter, and all they're trying to do is match that path. They're not swinging up necessarily. They're swinging on path. This is how you get on plane with the pitch. Sometimes our eyes just haven't seen this before, and it makes us second guess what we know. So are you teaching this to your team? Do your players understand on path, bottom half? Now that you understand getting on path is important, take a look at what section of the ball we should be aiming for. This clearly shows us that the knuckleball, backspin balls, and optimal ball contact points all come below the equator of the ball. Any contact point hit above the equator of the ball is producing topspin. So the old theory of swinging down to hit the top of the ball for backspin has been proven wrong. So now let's look at some hitters practicing getting on path and hitting the bottom half of the ball. Take a close look. That's the only part of the ball you can see. If you trained for this daily, could it change the way you hit? As we mentioned before, professional ball clubs are using this tactic. You can see here with the Colorado Rockies, as they enjoyed using our tee, they were practicing getting on path and hitting the bottom half of the ball.
It's a great looking swing. I liked it. I can definitely see the benefit of it. Gives a different visual.
Hi, my name is Jarrett Gardner, co-inventor of the backspin tee. Professional ball player for 7 years, and I had the privilege to coach professional baseball for 4 years as a minor league pitching coach. And one of the main aspects of pitching that's always adhered to the pitchers is that you want to keep the ball down in the zone. Now there are rare times when we elevate a pitch, but we usually elevate that up and out of the strike zone to get a swing. It's for effect. It's not for a strike, it's for effect. 90% of the time we are pitching the ball down in the zone. All of our pitches, fastballs, sinkers, cutters, sliders, split fingers, changeups, they all go down. And from the pitcher's coaching standpoint, we are always concentrating on keeping the ball down in the zone. And the reason is better things happen for our benefit down in the zone. Hitters hit the top of the ball, they hit ground balls, they keep it in the infield. There's more strikeouts because it's further for them to reach. They'll chase off-speed pitches in the dirt. So all those factors go into the benefit for the pitcher side. So when we are pitching, we want the ball down in the zone. We want them to hit as much of the top of the ball as we possibly can get them to hit. That's why everything we throw has sink, has break, cut, whatever, but it's all going down. And it has to. We pitch off of a mound, and a mound that's elevated to a pitcher and a baseball pitcher that throws overhand and releases the ball above his shoulders, above his hand, to a catcher that's squatted, that the actual baseball drops 4 feet on its way to home plate. Doesn't matter if you throw 80 miles an hour or 95 miles an hour, it drops. Pitchers understand that. But when we were talking to hitters, their perception of the pitch coming in was that it was flat. I'm guilty of it. Everybody's been guilty of saying, oh, that's a flat pitch. Where realistically, we know that that is not the case. The ball is dropping. It's a continuous drop. There's this thing called gravity that pulls the ball. As soon as you let go of the ball, it starts slowing down. So the ball coming out of your hand is moving a certain speed. By the time it gets across home plate, it loses 10 miles an hour. It's losing energy, it's losing spin, it's going to be dropping. The more we can make this drop and the more we can keep the ball down in the zone, the better. There isn't a pitching coach around that tells you to elevate your changeup up in the zone or hang your curveball to certain good hitters. You want to keep it down in the zone. Better break, better results on our end just by hitting the top of the ball.
Ready? All right, 4-seam fastball. Curveball. Circle change. Slider.
So let's talk about why that professional pitching coach wants more ground balls and players to hit the top of the ball. As you can clearly see, balls not hit at least 10 degrees in the air off the bat don't have a chance to get over the infield for line drives. And the lower you hit it, the less likely you are to get on base. As we can see here in this chart, the higher you hit it, the higher chance you have of getting on base. And that's what we're looking for. On path, bottom half, correct backspin, contact point on the ball, elevate the balls enough so you can get more extra base hits and more runs to more wins. The information shown on this chart was put together by MLB coaches and our research team. We hope you better understand hitting now, why getting on plane with a pitch coming in is important, and why aiming for the bottom half of the ball for backspin is the optimal result.